A sleep diary can be a really useful tool to track how much sleep you're getting and what is affecting the quality of your sleep. Aim to spend 2 minutes filling it in the morning when you still remember what happened the night before. If you miss a day, don't worry, just start again as soon as you can. You'll see that as well as your bedtime and wake time, the diary leaves a space to write down whether you woke up during the night and how long for. This doesn't need to be perfectly accurate. In fact, if you wake up and look at the clock to see exactly how long you were awake for, this will almost certainly make you more anxious and make it harder to fall back to sleep. For this reason, I would recommend keeping clocks and phones out of sight when you're in bed. Some of you may have a wearable tracking device and wonder if you can use that instead. This can be helpful for looking at patterns over time, but they are of varying accuracy. I'd still suggest keeping a paper diary, partly because you can sense check whether the data looks accurate, and partly because the diary contains some added ingredients. There are sections for habit tracking and sleep efficiency, as well as reflecting on your mood the previous day. There are 3 lines in the diary to write in some pro-sleep habits. These are positive behaviours which you could use to improve the quality of your sleep. I'll take you through some ideas for these in the next few videos, but for now, suggestions could include spending at least 10 minutes outside within an hour of waking up, being physically active for 30 minutes, choosing decaf drinks after lunch, or having a warm bath or shower before bed. Every time you repeat one of the habits on your list, congratulate yourself and give yourself a tick. Feel that sense of achievement. If something feels good, you're more likely to repeat it. Over time, you might also start to notice that repeating these habits is linked to a change in your sleep and energy. Finally, the diary asks you to calculate your sleep efficiency, which is the proportion of time in bed that you were asleep. A high sleep efficiency usually suggests a healthy sleep pattern. Ideally, we'd use average data across a week, but we can start with last night. Simply answer these 2 questions. 1. How many hours were you asleep for last night? Only include time asleep. This doesn't count any time you were awake in the middle of the night. Question 2. How many hours were you in bed for in total? This includes time scrolling on your phone, reading, snoozing, or checking your phone in the morning. So, for example, if I went to bed at 10 p.m. and got out of bed at 7 a.m, my time in bed was 9 hours. Let's suppose I watched TV in bed for an hour, then it took me an hour to fall asleep, and I woke up a few times, staying awake for another hour. My time asleep was only 6 hours. My sleep efficiency was the time asleep divided by the time in bed multiplied by 100 to get a percentage. So in my case, 6 divided by 9 times 100, this gives me a sleep efficiency of 67%. A healthy sleep efficiency is anything above 85%. To improve my sleep efficiency, I could go to bed a bit later rather than watching TV in bed. Try to only get into bed when you're really sleepy. You want your brain to associate your bed with sleep. Just sleep. Intimacy with your bed partner, that's okay. Maybe reading 1 or 2 pages of a book, but not your phone, not work, not emotionally charged conversations. Just rest. To monitor your sleep efficiency this week, keep your sleep diary by your kettle or stick it on the fridge to complete every morning. It only takes a minute and it can really help to spot patterns and track improvements. In the next video, we'll look at why sleep consistency is so important for better quality sleep. Thanks for listening and sleep well.